LeBron.
LeBron?
Yeah.
Why is LeBron better than Jordan, man?
Just all around.
It's all around.
Yeah. Like all the categories, I feel like LeBron make his team better.
I agree. Kobe or LeBron?
I'm still going LeBron.
Still going LeBron?
Yeah.
But on the music. Tupac or Biggie?
I'm gonna go Tupac, but I like Biggie's flow.
I like that. That's real. That's real. Tupac kind of stood for more, but Biggie I feel like was a better rapper person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne or Jay-Z?
I'm gonna go Wayne for me.
I figured that, nigga. I figured that.
I'm gonna go Wayne because during Jay-Z's prime era, I was young.
Right.
So like I didn't peep the references to what he was talking about until I got older.
Okay.
And I was able to be like, oh, that's what he rapping about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Wayne was a little more, not necessarily simplified, but it was a lot of the reference Wayne raps about.
Relatable.
Yeah, it's relatable, and we was able to get onto it as a kid. And just with him, like, you know, dropping the mixtapes, doing all the songs, over all the songs we was already listening to as kids, it just made it, like, more relatable, so.
Yeah, for sure. DMX or Jadakiss?
I'm gonna go DMX.
Shout out to the dark man. You see him, man.
I ain't gonna, man, DMX had a run, dog.
Crazy
DMX
run.
had a run, like, second to none. I ain't gonna lie, so.
2 albums.
Yo,
First year he put out 2 albums.
yeah, DMX run was crazy, so I gotta go DMX with that one.
One more music question. Is there anybody in hip hop to you that has 4 classic, undeniable classic albums?
Yeah.
Who?
Right off top, I say Kendrick.
Which albums?
I mean, you got Good Kid, Mad City.
I agree.
You got the one that he just dropped, Mr. Morale. It's gonna go down as a classic. You might not like it. To Pimp a Butterfly gonna go down as a classic.
Facts.
And Section 80 and Damn is gonna go down as classics. So that's over 4. That's 5.
You think anybody else does? Like
Drake.
See, I was asking about that.
Let me.
I was asking people.
I want. I can say I don't. I don't know all Drake's albums, the titles of them, and I'm not the biggest. Like I don't know all the records to kind of like necessarily know, but I know like the Take Care album.
Facts. That's his best album.
I know the Take Care album go crazy.
So Far Gone, I feel like that's the one, you know, what started off as a mixtape, but then they turned that shit to an album.
Yeah,
so.
that was like the first one, kind of right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
New.
What about Nothing Was the Same? You fuck with that one?
I think Nothing Was the Same is a classic. That's the one with His Head's in the Clouds.
Yeah,
I said that was a classic. I said those are his 3 classics though. I said after that, to me, it becomes real subjective about if you a Drake fan and if you just a fan of music. Because if you're reading this, it's too late as a classic until the Quentin Miller situation popped up. That's just me.
So let me ask you that. So that makes it not a classic because the Quentin Miller situation.
I feel like you can still enjoy it, but I feel like the fact that it's always gonna be in the back of everybody's minds is what's gonna make it from being a solid.
Is it the fact that somebody else wrote some of those lyrics?
It was the bars. They said he wrote the bars, not because everybody has writers. Like when it comes to choruses, like Ja Rule wrote "Can I Get a Fuck You" for Jay-Z, like the hook. But like they said, this nigga was writing verses for this nigga, and everybody knows in rap that's a no-no. So that was just me because I was like, I've never heard him rap like that on that album. Like if y'all listen to that shit again, I've never heard him rap like that. So it was just kind of a little bit different for me, man. But I still appreciate it.
I can see the perspective for sure.
I still appreciate it for sure. But I was just asking people that because people was like, there's not a lot. I think Jay-Z and I think Kanye, but I feel like outside of that, it's hard.
Yeah, I was gonna probably say like Jay-Z or Kanye, even though I don't know all of Jay-Z. I know the Blueprint,
classic,
the Black album. What's the other joint?
I agree with a lot of I feel like
it's not the 444. I think it's Magna Carta.
Classic.
I think that's gonna go down as a classic.
I agree.
But yeah, for sure. Even though and that's the crazy thing, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan.
But you a fan of music.
I'm a fan of music, and let me not say I'm not a fan of them. I know who they are and shit like that. Like, and I know they're great artists, but at the same time, like, I'm not like always listening to it. Honestly, I don't really listen to music as much people think that I would listen to music.
See, that was gonna be something I was gonna ask you too, because I was gonna ask you. You know what I mean? You as an artist, you know what I mean? What do you do to find motivation to make new music? Because like, do you listen to your old shit? Do you kind of just go outside and you have a notebook and you just look around the grass and everything, just come up with some shit like,
on some Buddha shit, like just sitting there like
you sitting around and you just got it. Like, how do you find your music? You know what I mean?
Man, it's a mixture of everything. Life, bro, like shit you go through, like, because for me, music always been a reflection of my life, but I also been learning a lot about that, you know what I'm saying, and how to not be so specific to me in my music, but also make music that everybody, the things that everybody can relate to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like when it comes to influence, I think my influence come from, like I said, life, bro. It could be things I'm going through or shit I'm seeing. It could be, I could be inspired by other music, you know what I'm saying? Other like genres or other artists and things like that for sure. I think that's the nature of being an artist, is being influenced. And then too, like it could be all things of art, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Movies, all types of stuff. I think all of that like inspired how I created. Because even if anybody know the type of artist I am, I'm very cinematic. I'm very like, you know what I'm saying, conceptual in a lot of the music and things that I do. So it's like it comes from I think a consumption of all the different types of art. If it's visually, if it's sonically, all those different things. I think I incorporate all of that in the music. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's even a dope way to even think about it. Nigga, you made that shit sound like Quentin Tarantino making a movie. God damn, like, I feel inspired. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? But like, how'd you come up with the name, man? I always wanted to ask you that. Like,
which one?
Like you know what I mean? Like your name.
Like why Khaliq?
Yeah. Like how'd you come up with that? Like what was like the inspiration behind that?
Man, really just what's it called? I was kind of in high school. I was in high school, and I remember I was in class, and we was in like history class doing something, and I kind of was like zoned out, just kind of in my own world, looking at like names of just in different languages, and I was looking in, it was Arabic.
Marijuana was definitely involved.
What's crazy is actually I didn't smoke in high school, man.
Oh yeah, duh.
I ain't smoking until after I got out of high school. Yeah, man. Like
this nigga was Coach Carter's son in high school. Nigga like Damian Carter.
I still hoop. You know what I'm saying? I'm nice with it. Niggas better not forget. Yeah. So any of your open runs, I'm one of the best artists, nigga / hoopers, bro. No cap.
I'll vouch for that.
Like you know what I'm saying?
That's where we met.
I get down like.
I vouch for that.
But yeah, so I was in high school and shit, learning, you know what I mean, whatever. I came across Khaliq, and basically it means creator in Arabic, and it's more pronounced depending on the dialect. You know, it's like Khaliq, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like pronounced more like that. But yeah, so then it was like creator or whatever, and I was just like, for me, I'm a very creative person, but at the same time, like just feeling like, you know, I'm feeling like the pressure around me, my family, like me being the one that's like, yo, you gonna create, you know what I'm saying? Since a youngin', it's like, yo, you nice and hoop, bro. You gonna go to the league, you know. It was like, you the star child, right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was like me looking at it, me looking at it from a perspective of kind of like, yo, I'm the one that's everybody waiting on to create those opportunities, you know what I'm saying? And so from there, basically, I was like young Khaliq or whatever, and I happened to go to the studio, and the dude was like, why Khaliq? You know what I mean? And what's funny is, speaking of, it's this nigga, my nigga Papa. I'm gonna shout him out because I fuck with him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm gonna let him know I seen what he said on Live on Lake Street. Yeah. and he tried to make it seem like the nigga made me as an artist, but that's never the case. You know what I'm saying? But I still fuck with him, and so I respect. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, why Khaliq? And he like asked me it, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, why Khaliq? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of was like, yo, that shit hard, you know what I mean?
So basically, a nigga not knowing how to read.
But like, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, shout out to bro, like, cause at that time, like, cause what he was talking about on Live on Lake Street is when I was young and coming up in the music and shit, you know what I'm saying? And when we was recording and shit, and I used to go over to his mom's spot, and we record up in an apartment and shit like that. So it was one day I was coming over to record, and I was like, yo, I got young Khaliq. Like, why Khaliq? And I was like, that shit hard, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to show love and I'm going to show respect, but at the same time, like, nigga, I seen what you said, my nigga.
No, definitely, it'd be like that, man. That's what life about, man.
But that's really how I came up with it, like
long
short.
And And that's why it's always dope because I always because that's like a real story, which I like. I like when I ask people that because I know you really, and I already know you really be on music shit.
Yeah.
There's people now I feel like they make music for the wrong reasons, and I be asking them, so why'd you come up with that name? And well, I saw it on Twitter. I'm like, what?
But to add to it, like it just made sense, right? Because like you know what I'm saying, when you think about it, it's like it's a forever purpose for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you said it means
you gotta think create, right?
Yeah.
So it's like why create? So it's a question for myself. Why am I doing it? Why am I continuing to like go hard? What's my purpose? You feel what I'm saying? So now it's like it's more so motivating than it is just a name. You get what I'm saying? So it's deeper than what it come across.
I got one more before we go to the second little spot real quick, man. So like how you currently feel about, you know what I mean, like the music scene and like everything that goes on in Minnesota, you know what I mean, as far as like really everything, you know what I mean? It's a lot going on. So like a lot of media pages, it's a lot of podcasts, bloggers, a lot of content creators, a lot of rappers, it's a lot of stuff going on. So how you personally feel about that? Like how you feel about the effect of it on the music scene?
I mean, in what aspect?
Like I like a pro and con. I like a pro and a con. Do you think do you think it's good coming from artists going on podcasts? Do you think too many artists are focused on going on podcasts? Because like me personally, from my end, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's a lot of people that want to go on podcasts and they haven't put in the work. Like they have put in nowhere near the amount of work as you.
Yeah.
And I see these people on screens and shit. That's why I ask myself like, are some of the platforms, or even me, you know what I mean? Are we creating a false narrative for some of these artists that they think that the goal is to get behind the camera and not put in actual work? You know what I mean? Like that's why
it's a mixture of clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Like we all real. Like we gonna keep it real. We gonna keep it funky. That like we want the views. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you may put on that artist that's gonna come on there and say some crazy shit. They're gonna talk about some beef that they was into or some shit like that, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And it ends up starting some more shit. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna be the most interactive? What's gonna be the most interactions we gonna pull? How many comments? You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that aspect, like I see why they doing it. You get what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never knock nobody hustle, but it ain't necessarily the true image of what we have to offer as a state or the artists that are here. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's up to some of the bloggers and them to figure out like what's the narrative that y'all want to push. If you want to be the front runners of like the voices of what Minnesota is, you get what I'm saying, or the artists that we have, and it's like that's the thing that's the only thing I feel like I have a misunderstanding with is the imbalance, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I know most of the podcasts, the media that's out here, I've known them since the moment I started making music in the scene. But at the same time, like they know who hot, they know who been consistent, they know who have the quality music that's out there, you know what I'm saying? So like they have the opportunity to be able to put those voices in front. Now, I'm not sitting here telling nobody how to run their business,
exactly.
But they know, you get what I'm saying? Because conversations that are had off camera and venues, when you run into people, it's different than what's had that comes across on the internet.
I think it's kind of what you said first, you know, like the views and the clicks, man. I feel like, you know, we got to realize we're at a point right now in life with technology, social media. The shit is a drug.
Yeah.
It's a drug.
Yeah.
And literally when we sign up on fucking social media, on any of these apps I got, what does it say before it says user agreement? User.
Nobody read
agreement.
That shit.
We're calling ourselves users. We're off bat. The only two things that I know that use it in that term are drug addicts, you know what I mean? The mental health field, users, a drug user, and this. So we on drugs and we don't even know it because, bro, I've seen people delete dope shit because it didn't get no likes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you mad for? Who cares? Like, it's a drug out here, bro. Like, it's to the point now where people will send me shit and say, like and share, comment. I'm like, nigga, I seen this. I like this. Don't tell me to comment now.
Yeah.
You're kind of doing a lot now. Like, don't force me to support you. But I don't know, man. I feel like as a whole of it right now, like you said, the clickbait shit is just, I feel like there's no balance anymore.
Yeah.
It's more about
ease.
what's hot.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta make sure everything's straight. You did? Yeah. Too much on my mind, I told my bitch I gotta let her go. Too
much to rewrite, I gotta trust it. If it's rain or snow, whoa, had to stay afloat, whoa, had to pay the roast, yeah, I might.
To the joint, you got a line on there.
Yeah.
You say, don't crash out over a bitch, man.
Yeah.
And like, that's important that you say that, man, because we see so many dudes in our community crashing out over that. So like, kind of explain like what inspired you to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, if I can give advice to any of the young niggas out there, the young kids, man, never crash out over no bitch.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like, man, never lose what you got going on, bro. Never, you know what I'm saying, sacrifice like everything you can build over something that's like, you know what I'm saying, it could be temporary. Now, if you married, that's a whole different story, you know what I'm saying?
Marriage is
like,
a whole different, that's a different
whole
commitment.
Different type of game, but like when you just like out here dating or whatever the case may be, like, man, don't crash out, you know what I'm saying? I done seen people lose their lives, bro, lose their freedom, you know what I'm saying?
It's happened so many times in St. Paul. I be telling niggas, I don't even like bring up the story no more because people be catching wind of who I'm talking about. But yeah, man, like just seeing dudes crash out over something that they think is theirs is just it's like a common denominator in our community, and like we kind of like embrace it, where it's like, yo, if I catch my girl doing this, I gotta do that. Where it's like in retrospect, that shit sounds crazy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, bro, when you think about it on like a real standpoint, man, we don't own nobody, you know what I mean? And
Facts.
Nobody is our possession. And I think a lot of times when people in relationships, they end up looking at somebody as a possession, like, I own you, you can't do this. You're supposed to be the sole person to create happiness for me.
Right.
When that's really not how it happens. Happiness comes from yourself, but at the same time, like, things are seasonal, so you can't never hold nobody as possession as long as you can see that, like, yo, they their own person, they their own individual, they gonna choose to do what they do, and you can choose to do what's best for them. So if ever come a situation where she do some fuck shit or your partner do some fuck shit, it's like, all right, remove yourself from the situation, you know what I'm saying, and no longer serve you, and figure out what's the next move. But crashing out, doing some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying, going in a hole, all types of crazy shit, like, man, I'm all good for it, man. I'd rather keep my focus going and stay on my path, you dig?
Man, like, have you seen, it was a video that went viral, man. It was a dude, he gets in the car with his girl, and like, I guess like he found, like, he cheated on her. I don't know, it could have been staged, but from the video, he cheated on her, so she was like, yo, I got my leg back, and he's in the car going through it, like, talking about killing himself, sobbing, crying. You know what I mean? When you said that, that's what I thought about, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, don't do that. Like, because even crashing out don't necessarily mean you going to jail. You doing that. Like, you crashed out.
Yeah, it's like...
You crashed out. You bugged out.
And that's the thing, like you said, crashing out don't necessarily mean, like, you going to jail or you doing some crazy shit. But it's also like just losing your mind, bro.
Losing your mind.
Where you get off your square and you no longer who you are, and you, like, you know what I'm saying, you stop doing the shit that serve you, you know what I mean? Like, to the point where it like drastically changed you. But that's what I mean, you know what I'm saying, like T said, when you say crash out. But to that video, I haven't seen it, but I know what you mean. Like, it's different when, like, when they hurt.
They hurt, man.
Niggas be going through it.
When
but at the same time,
they hurt.
I tell you though, like women will definitely get their lick back. Like, so be for sure and be aware that they'll definitely get their lick back.
And honestly, bro, when it comes to, like, you know what I mean, the whole relationship and that whole get my lick back shit, like, I just want to say, y'all shouldn't be trying to date no chick that even has the mentality. I'll keep it like this. If I'm with a girl and I cheat on her, she catch me cheating, bitch, don't take me back. Don't take me back. I'm not going to trust you to take me back because I know at some point you're going to be like, you know, this motherfucker did this. And you know what? Logically, I might agree with you. You know what, bitch, I did do that, but why'd you wait so long? Ain't no expiration on lick back. So that's why I don't like playing them games. Ain't no expiration on the lick back, man.
And that's the thing is, like you said, a woman to think it out.
Man.
Methodical, you know what I'm saying? It'd be years down the line. She been thinking about it and she gonna figure out how to do it in a way that when you do find out, if you ever do, or she ever tell you, boy, you gonna be hurt, nigga.
That hurt me different. When that man was crying like that, I never want to feel like that. I ain't never want to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even like speaking all that, you know what I mean? How do you feel about, you know what I mean, the current dating scene in Minnesota, man? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know your situation, you know what I mean, at all. I ain't trying to blow up the spot, but I'm just asking you from your experiences, how do you feel about the dating scene in Minnesota?
Man, I'm really like I said, like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's a lot of the same people doing the same thing. I'm sure it's like that in any city. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't like it's something that's like surprising or something that's like drastically new.
Right.
But like there is some people that's out there that, you know, if you do the right searching, you can find somebody. You might be able to find you a little, you know what I'm saying?
Find your little joint, you know what I mean?
That nobody heard of, or you know what I'm
Nobody
saying?
touched.
Don't really got an Instagram account.
See? He's giving y'all game right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Go for the ones that don't have Instagram accounts or don't
make
be
sure
on Instagram.
she got under 1,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? Like
I say 1,200 could be the max. You know, especially if she look good, I can get 1,200. But after that, nah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if it's under 5, it's kind of like,
this bitch might have a dick. This might be this might be a dude, my nigga.
yo, you crazy. And he said that, I ain't saying
that. That was 1,000% Wayne. Wayne say no more said it, man, for real. But man.
I don't know. All in all, bro, like I said, man, I'm pretty sure it's like any other city, man. They can get treacherous out here because it's so small.
Super
and back
small.
To that whole situation, bro. It's like too many people, same peoples. You know what I'm saying? So, man, get in where you fit in, find you one, get out the way, man. That's my advice.
Yup, I like that shoot because like the next one's kind of connected, but it's a little bit different. Like, how do you feel about the club scene here?
I don't club like that, bro.
I don't either,
so
bro.
I ain't got no opinion on that, bro.
That's
like,
real. You don't.
I mean, when I do go, I feel like I see the same people, but at the same time, like,
you only go out so often.
It's like certain celebrations, maybe somebody's birthday, something like that. But you ain't gonna catch me on like a weekday. I mean, not a weekday, but just like a random weekend. Like, yo, I want to go to the club. Like,
yeah, that's not like a thing I do. Like,
nah,
yeah,
that ain't my scene.
I agree, man. I'm like that the same way, man. Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. The club scene and all that. It actually got everybody in the chokehold, man. Like, and I was gonna always ask people this, man. Like, this is going forward. You know what I mean? You might be the first one. What pissed you off this week, man? What pissed you off? And then, you know, the next one is, you know, what made you happy, of course.
Honestly, I can't even think of nothing, man. I'm gonna be real. Like, I know this sounds crazy, but I try not to let little shit bother me.
That's real shit.
I know it sounds crazy.
No, it don't.
I try not to let the little things bother me, and I try not to take the shit personal. But it's probably some like work shit. I
told this motherfucker to send me to send me the email, but I got you. Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really had nothing that really had me like mad or like crazy this week. That's a good question, though.
Nah, man, like for real, like, and even like speaking, like, you know, this is off topic. You know, I know you a critical thinker. You a person I can have a real conversation with. We might have to make a podcast together, nigga. Who knows, nigga? Because so like, what's your thoughts personally? You know what I mean? I know we was talking about it earlier on like what's going on in Israel. You know what I mean? The whole wars. Let's talk about first off. Let's talk about Russia, Ukraine.
Yeah.
Israel. You know what I mean? The Australians and the Hazma and what is it? Hazmas,
I think it's Hamas.
Yeah, y'all know I'm just a nigga in the United States. You know what I mean? I do my research though. How you feel about, you know what I mean, United States funding both of these wars right now, man?
I'm gonna be honest with you, like, as much as like I'm a critical thinker, bro, and I be in deep thought, you know what I'm saying?
So I ain't touching the tanks. I ain't talking about this politics shit, Wayne.
No, not even. I don't know enough about it. Like I recently just watched a video on like what led up to the war that's going on in Israel.
Guess what? This is why we have experts. My man, can you explain real quick what's going on? You can stay by game.
But I just watched a video kind of explaining it.
Listen,
I'm not
let's look
too like for sure with Russia and Ukraine either.
How nigga break it down?
How nigga break it down real quick?
The short version.
Short version. Let's do the
modern shit.
Let's do the 50-second version or 60-second version.
All right, yeah, starting from like World War II.
Yeah.
So that's the 40s, right, 1940s. And then pretty much a bunch of white people got moved to Israel after that as part of like the U.S. and other powerful people saying, we don't want them. We don't want Jews in the U.S. And everybody else didn't want Jews. So I was like, fuck it, bring them to Israel. But there was already Arab, like Palestinian people and like native people already living there. And then so fast forward to like 2005 or something like that, you got U.S. and Israel saying, we'll let these Palestinians vote, and they pretty much voted Hamas, and then like long story short, where we are, yeah.
And they like, basically they let them niggas control who they had in. They voted niggas in, but they was like, all right, but we ain't want them niggas in. And now, you know what I mean, basically they like, you know what, fuck it, we fighting now, right? Essentially.
like I said, bro, like
Shit's crazy when you think about it. It sounds like some gang shit to me.
Seeing what's going on, obviously on the internet, everything like that. Like,
And we were talking about the fake shit that they
it's
spread
hard to
also.
know what's real with propaganda and what's not. But like I said, I don't know too much about it to really like honestly speak on it. And I ain't even trying to be like politically correct.
No, you good. You
like,
good.
I speak on whatever. I ain't.
No, you good.
But I don't know enough
It's
to
like
speak on
it's
it
like
to
they're
feel
literally.
confident enough.
It's like this shit is in front of us, but they're like trying to hide it from us at the same time, almost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like people really thought that they stopped fighting in Russia and Ukraine. They really thought that after the first 2 weeks.
They stopped the media run.
Yeah, they stopped the media run because they like, all right, my nigga, there's bodies everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's just wild, man. You know, speaking of all that. But like, you know what I mean, switching notes, man. How do you feel about, you know what I mean, the cause, you know what I mean, the cause and effect of social media right now currently for artists, for people, content creators? Do you think us as human beings, the United States, are using too much social media? Do you think we have all become users, nigga?
Yeah, man, it's a quick shot of dopamine.
What you just said? He said dope. Y'all heard that shit?
It's a quick shot of dopamine.
It's a brain it's a chemical that goes off in the brain that makes you feel this type of way.
Yeah, and you gotta think, man. The algorithm is this is the crazy thing, right?
Yeah.
We're not on the app. The app is using us. Think about it. It suggests you everything that it thinks you want to watch, and you engage in it. You're not actively going to look for none of that.
You're just clicking.
You didn't search up this funny video of some dude in a car crying about his girlfriend.
Facts. I didn't.
But the algorithm knows. That shit know, right? That shit know instantly, like, yo, Wayne want to see some shit. He laugh at this type of shit. He likes some funny shit that's gonna make him laugh. And so the algorithm gonna shoot it at you.
Right.
So when you think about it, like, we ain't using these apps and platforms.
They using us. They using the data.
They collecting our data and figuring out who we are and what we like. So at the end of the day, it's like we all addicted to the dopamine and the likes, and let me see, you know what I'm saying, who on here, who followed me, and how many followers I got. You know what I mean? There's a it's called social currency.
Social currency.
You get what I'm saying? And it's a human aspect. It's a part of the. It's just
even before social media, it was there. You're right. Yeah, that was there before that.
Because you have royalty, you have kings and queens and servants and
classisms and shit.
That's social currency. Like who you can walk into the room and who I'm presented as. That's my social currency. Now the social currency is how many followers you got.
Yup. And how many likes you got.
And that brings the perspective of who you are to the outside world.
Boom.
So now if you got a perspective of like, yo, I'm this huge star, I got thousands of followers.
How come you only get this much likes, nigga?
You carry this when you outside, you know what I'm saying? And now if you don't get that dopamine when you post that video, you're like, fuck, people don't think I am who I am. And it's not even who you are. It's a shell of who you are. It's a perception. That's what we're trying to put out to the world to let everybody know, like, oh, this is who I want everybody to think I am.
Man, that nigga should win a motherfucking award for that speech right there. Nigga, I don't even know what to say to that. Nigga, I'm sitting here like amazed. Like, the sun came out and shit, nigga. It was like Mufasa giving a speech like, Simba, this is the Pride Land. But no, real shit though, man. Like, even when you saying that, bro, because I know you be watching shit. Have you watched The Social Dilemma?
I think I did watch that shit.
You probably watched it but forgot about it because I know, you know.
Did it come, what platform did it come on? Netflix. I did see
that. Shit.
I seen that.
Because what you just said, that's all like they talk about on there. Like the people that designed the early stages of this shit were saying like, yo, why the fuck am I want to check my email this bad?
Yeah.
They made this shit addicting. It's a brain chemical, like you said, bro. But even before it was always there. But like having it on social media, it magnified it. It got people real life judging people off of their fucking likes. Niggas will shit on niggas that's helping them in real life because they don't get likes. Meanwhile, this bum nigga that's getting all the likes ain't shit, robs from you, steals from you, lies on everything. Like it's crazy how it goes, bro. That shit's real wild.
And it's perception, man.
It's super like, and like you said, like we're not over there. We don't get to see what's actually going on, so it's kind of hard. But yeah, man, I feel you on that. A lot of that shit. You know what's crazy, man? When we walk past this place right here, I be wondering, like, I wonder how many niggas died building this shit, or like helping, assisting building this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I be thinking about weird shit like that too. Like,
got to, like, bro.
Like
y'all can't tell me that these dudes on these statues right here didn't say nigga. There's no way you can say that.
He for sure said nigga.
He definitely said it. He said nigger. He probably said nigger.
What's crazy is like honestly, I think this might have been the closest. I actually came to the Capitol as a kid.
I've done no research on the Capitol,
But-
so excuse my ignorance.
The crazy thing is how like massive these are when you actually come into like
Look how big this
like
shit
yeah,
is.
when you actually come to it, it's like yo, this ain't no little ass building. This is actually like a massive ass building, bro.
Who helped them? Like who helped them build this
You
shit?
ever been to DC?
I'm going actually.
Bro, when you get to some of them buildings, you're
Yeah.
like, yo, this shit's big. Like this big stone arch ass building. Like
It's almost like, why did they change the foundation of building shit like this? Because it's because it costs more for material shit. Of course, probably.
Man.
It probably was harder, but like that shit looks like beautiful. It looks like some marble shit, nigga.
I want to know who did the designing.
We can figure that out. We actually might have to.
Like the carving and shit of the people up there, like
Facts.
the individual and shit.
Niggas probably thought that was real gold when they first put that shit up there.
You don't think it is?
I don't think so.
I think that shit real gold, bro.
Think that shit real gold?
Hell yeah.
Y'all niggas think so?
I think that shit's real gold, bro.
Like real gold, like bricks
yeah,
of gold.
That's the only thing that'll stand.
I don't believe it,
With
bro.
our weather, bro, that's the only thing that will withstand that shit.
Unless they had like a really good fake.
Bro, that's real gold, I think.
Maybe mixed with something.
That's what I'm
Probably.
saying. Like I don't think it's pure gold, bro.
Yeah, you
I
could-
feel like
you
it's
could
like
be
it's
right.
probably like some gold mixed with like some other shit.
You could be right.
Cause I mean, yeah, you got a good point with the weather. Cause like nigga, it'd be cold as fuck out. I know that nigga be cold.
If that was
Speaking
some
of-
bronze or some like
Yeah, that
some
was
of the other shit,
that should be looking like that should be looking like the Statue of
I
Liberty.
swear I've read somewhere that
It might be gold, and they
it's
might
probably
say
a
that.
mixture of gold in there somewhere.
I believe
it. Might
it.
not be. It might not be 100%.
I can't believe that. Yeah, like I can't believe that. That's
It might
yeah,
not be
100%. I can't believe 100%. But speaking of that, since we're in front of the Capitol, you know what I mean? How'd you feel? You know what I mean? I always ask rappers this shit just because rappers and people from Minnesota. How you feel when Young Gravy said his comments, like when he said the Minnesota rap scene is like a fake Chicago, and then like he basically shouted out Rochester and Minneapolis. He didn't say shit about St. Paul and shit. How'd you feel about that? He was on Vlad.
Think about how many artists come from St. Paul, bro. That's doing their thing.
Right. That's
You
what
know
I said.
I'm saying?
I took it as disrespect. I was like, yo, what are you talking? You said Rochester? Like, I know y'all got the Mayo Clinic. Shout out to y'all niggas, but relax, my nigga. Like, we are him.
Definitely like outside of Young Gravy, who else is in Rochester?
Nobody.
Like, and I'm not even trying to like shine on the city, but like outside of Young Gravy, what other artists can you name that's even respectably as closer to what he's doing? So it's like the next cities you're gonna talk about is St. Paul and Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That's been birthing all the artists since we know, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, people are sprinkled from every now and then, but you got Cardos and all these different people.
Man, and niggas
You know
don't
what
give.
I'm saying? Like,
See, you heard what he just
and all that
said?
shit. Like,
This
there's a lot of
nigga's
different
made.
people that's like,
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm
You
sorry.
good?
I'm sorry, good brother. The fact that you just said that name right there. You talking about nigga that made Wiz beats and makes Larry June's beats
Yeah.
right now?
There's
Do y'all hear
another
that?
dude, Rocky. I don't know if he's from St. Paul, but I know he's from Minnesota. I'm just talking about Minnesota artists. But like he fucks with Kendrick, you know what I'm saying?
So
like,
does my boy Colin Franken, man, Frankie Bash.
yeah, Frankie
Frankie
Bash, shout out to
Bash,
Frankie,
man.
like all of them, bro. Like their whole camp.
Bobby,
you know what I'm saying?
all them. You know what I mean? You gotta
Bobby,
shout out the people that's really like
Like, and
exactly.
then, of course, like everybody we all know, the young people and to the people that's been in the scene in St. Paul and Minneapolis that's been doing their things. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's too many for me to name. I don't even want to start naming niggas. 'cause
Oh,
I don't
God,
wanna, like,
yeah.
leave nobody.
How come you didn't name me? How come you didn't name
Niggas
me?
gonna be niggas be
Sensitive
hella
ass
sensitive and
niggas.
shit,
Yeah,
like-
these niggas. And that's another thing too. I was gonna ask you, like, cause like
But back to your point,
Yeah,
before
go
you
ahead.
answer that
Go ahead.
question,
Yep.
to be real, I didn't take no disrespect in it because I don't give a fuck what he said. That's the point.
That's real.
I really didn't even pay attention to it, so I ain't take disrespect to it. But
It's more like you're not even
like,
qualified
man,
to even. Yeah.
I wasn't even listening to it. It's like, man, just continue.
Just
Niggas
do
just
you.
do shit for clickbait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people gonna look for shit for reactions, bro. Continue making your music, bro. And put the
Facts.
shit out. Nigga, like
Facts.
niggas is too worried about what the next nigga is saying and not putting in music and putting in work on their music and shit like that. So,
And it's funny you say
ain't
that
bothering
because
me.
like me being like, you know what I mean, opinionated person, I understand why I'm always gonna say something. But like you said, it was rappers that like, I'm like, y'all niggas didn't even put out an EP. You mad about what dude said? Nigga, you
Yeah.
need to go fucking put in some work. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
Nigga, like,
yeah.
that's why, I don't know, man. A lot of that shit be a little bit, I don't know, it's different. But next point I was going on, you know what I mean? Like, how do you feel, you know what I mean? Oh, shit. The interactions with like artists and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like how we just talked about, I deal with sensitive rappers, bro.
Yeah.
I've never met these people. They jump in my inbox. They want to come on the show and they have a terrible approach. But it's also like, damn, what am I doing something wrong or is it them? How do you feel about that? Do you think the rappers here need to work on their mannerisms? How do you feel about the rappers here?
I mean, I think there's a level of professionalism that like artists gotta like, you know what I'm saying, carry themselves with.
Right.
You know, if it's communication, if it's, you know what I'm saying, representation, all of that shit, I think all of that matters. And not everybody looks at it from that perspective, you know what I'm saying? Some people always hit you up on some bro shit, like, what's up, bro?
Yeah, nigga, this ain't
blah, blah,
that.
blah, when it's like, you know, the business that we in, like, we got to understand that this is something that, like, people make money from, you know what I'm saying? Time is money and things like that. So, like, you got to run yourself like a business, especially if you're trying to make money from it.
Right.
And make profit and really, like, do it at a level that you comparing yourself to others. But I feel like, yeah, I think it's just a level of professionalism, man, and how people communicate, like, just knowing, like, yo, if it's reaching out a certain way, you know what I mean, knowing when to reach out, you know what I mean, or
how to reach out, all that shit,
you know what I'm saying, staying in contact with people or things like that. And that's even something I had to learn as an artist of, like, yo, there's like an etiquette,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's not like necessarily a rule book, but there's a way that you carry yourself and there's a way that you handle business. So I think not everybody know that.
Yeah, they don't, bro. So, but that goes back to what I was saying to you earlier, man, that I personally feel like a lot of people don't like music for like the music. They don't really love being artists. Like I feel like even me, I love listening. I'm not an artist.
Yeah.
I'm like not like a rapper artist or whatever you want to call it. But I listen to music. I study music. I don't do it. But in the same regard, I can look at a person and be like, yo, this motherfucker loves music because he looks at it the same way I do.
Yeah.
Versus a person that looks at it like, oh, let me get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, even, what is that that new thing that's running around there saying, oh, it hasn't been a hip hop song charted.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that.
Yeah, like it hasn't, and it's never happened. Like all year, it's never happened before. And I was saying months ago when it's, and I'm not trying to bash the young lady, but the Sexy Red and all that type of shit, when we start letting that shit in and we start ignoring the real shit, J. Cole just had a crazy year on 3 verses, nigga. Yeah. And I feel like niggas we need to talk about that more.
Yeah.
Like this nigga's on I can't wait till the album drop. If he has this same energy for the album, this nigga might possibly have his greatest album to me. If he has that same, how he rapped on, what's the 3 joints? I know he rapped on the Drake joint, the joint with Yachty. And it was another joint he did earlier this year. Didn't he
did the joint with Dirk, but I don't know.
I wasn't counting that. That was like some commercial get the money shit. I get it, and I appreciate Dirk for doing that. But like, it don't make no sense if you're gonna keep on dissing your dad, the dead niggas. So it's kind of stupid about that. He's on Gucci's album. How's that verse?
Not that good.
Okay. Well, he's working with Gucci. I ain't heard it either. You know what I mean? But like, speaking of just mainstream rappers, you know what I mean, in closing, kind of. What was your favorite albums that came out this year from mainstream artists?
Man, I'm trying to think about who dropped.
This is crazy, right? I know Drake dropped.
Who dropped?
Drake dropped. Did Gucci Mane just dropped? Did Offset drop?
Drake dropped. I think Offset dropped. I haven't heard his album.
I haven't heard. I didn't listen to the Offset shit. Who dropped? I will edit this part up.
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
I'm thinking now, like, damn, who did drop? Besides Drake, I don't remember.
Back to the conversation we was having, like, bro, when I tell you, like, I don't listen to music as much as, like, once I listen to it, like, after the fact. It may be 3 months after the shit then drop.
Right.
Maybe a year.
And then you might.
And I'm like, just now like, yo, this shit actually hard. Like,
right.
So it's like, for me, I don't listen to music as much as people think. Like, I don't wake up and just kind of like just be blasting music. But how I kind of stumble upon music is like the homies. They playing shit, or I catch somebody like listening to
or if
shit.
you just happen to be out type shit.
And I'm like, oh, that shit hard, or I just stumble across it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a playlist on my phone I've been listening to for the same 9 months.
That's how it be, bro. I got like the same 200 songs in rotation.
Like,
That's all I need. That's all I need, man, to be like that, man. But you know what I mean? What's some of your main goals, you know what I mean, for 2024, man, the next coming years coming forward, man? What's some of your main goals, man, that you plan to get done, man?
Man, like, honestly, we're gonna finish out the year, continue promoting Road Runner, bro, like videos, you know what I'm saying, the release show, merch, all of that shit, all the works. So all of that's gonna come, and then at the beginning of the year, man, we keeping the foot on the gas, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? More
Going on
music,
tour this year? What's up,
more
man?
shit,
Can we see you on tour this year, man?
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see. I'm a manifest it, bro. It's definitely gonna come.
I want to see a you, Prof, Cashinova, Juice Lord, you know what I mean, type tour.
That'd be hard,
yeah, bro. Like put Nucky on that bitch too, you know what I mean? I want to see some shit like that. I want to see the people that I really know that really take this shit seriously, and you can hear it in y'all fucking songs. It ain't just like y'all like it. Y'all niggas actually good.
Yeah, shout out to them boys too. They just got off tour, man.
Yeah, shout out to all the facts.
Doing their thing, man. You know, I'm a huge supporter of both Cash, you know what I'm saying, Plaza.
Jay Plaza, shout out to him
Bio,
too.
You know what I'm saying? Juice Lord. Like,
who's some of your favorite rappers in Minnesota? If you had to name 3.
Damn.
I know, I put you on the spot real quick. I'm sorry.
I don't got a favorite 3, bro.
That's real. Who do you like? Just name some people you like at least. You say I don't like none of these niggas.
Nah, I fuck with a lot, but it's like I'm trying to name a lot, bro. Like it's so many different people, bro. Like even like from St. Paul, I fuck with Taylor J, Juice Lord. You know what I'm saying?
I fuck with Taylor J.
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Where you been at, Taylor?
Rest in peace, Lexi. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. Yeah, for real. R.I.P.
Who else, bro? Shout out to all my OGs, Meta, Muja, you know what I'm saying? All of them for sure.
Shout out to Meta. We about to do a pull-up with Meta too soon, man. Shout out to Meta. Meta
got a lot. Prince Riley and them, bro. Mac Turner, bro.
Prince Riley too. It's funny you naming niggas. I'm trying to
think,
nigga reading
bro,
my mind and shit, man.
There's so many niggas, bro, because I was just listening to a Prince Riley song the other day in my car.
He got some shit. Prince
Nucky,
Riley got some
you know
shit.
What I'm saying? Shout out my boy Daddy De Niro. I'm waiting on him to drop.
Where the fuck he been at?
Man, I be trying to tell him too. I'm like, man, come on,
I
drop.
forgot he even rapped, nigga. That nigga was nice.
Bro, it's so many, bro. Shout out to all of y'all, bro. Like, for real, I fuck with a lot of y'all. It's hard for me to think of all the names.
There's a lot of rappers here, bro. It's about like, you know, I tell people, you know what I mean? Every other Friday, there's about 17 new rappers in Minnesota, man. So you gotta keep your foot on the gas, man. Because one of those 17 might take your spot. The rest of the 16 might be ass.
Damn,
but you gotta
I'm
be
mad
careful.
that you put me on the spot, because now I feel like I ain't thinking about all the other people that I actually
that you really fuck with.
And I know
you gonna leave them like,
listen
fuck.
to that shit, bro. Like,
that's
I'm
why
really trying to think.
It be like that, man. There's a lot of artists here though, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You'll be all right, man.
No, that's a lot.
I mean, it is definitely a lot. Yeah, fucking Taste Supreme too. All them. But nah, man.
Aubrey King.
Shout out to Aubrey King, yep. Casey,
yeah. I really fuck with Aubrey King. That's my homie, bro. That nigga be putting out some hard shit.
His visuals is dope.
Super underrated, bro.
That boy, that nigga like got like his own type of like black hood nigga Dracula type vibe, nigga. I fuck with that nigga, man. He know I fuck with him too, man, for real.
That's a lot, bro.
He got some shit though. His visuals is crazy. But nah, man, that shit dope. All the people you name, I'm actually about to do some work with. I plan on really doing this shit to really shed light, get people to talk their own perspective. I feel like a lot of platforms, especially right now, not only in Minnesota, but just in the hip hop field, we're like stuck up in this obsession with just drama and clickbait and just negativity, where I feel like we should just, you know what I mean, let people see a side of people from how they want you to see them. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what I'm trying to do with this. That's why you rarely see me edit shit, like, unless, you know what I mean? I tell niggas,
keep it real.
Keep it real. It's authentic, bro. Like, well, I'll edit the cuts, like the shit that matters, make it look juicy and good, like the intros and shit. But as far as us talking, no, this is just raw conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like I'm gonna just kind of embracing that, because I feel like a lot of people are stuck in this whole narrative. They think going on a podcast or going on a platform means you have to go up there to bash somebody or talk bad about somebody, and you don't. We didn't talk bad about nobody, and we had a dope conversation.
Nah, for sure.
Because I thrive on that.
And also too, bro, like, man, that's the perspective too, like, that I even took going into the EP, bro, of just like, you know, being able to like communicate that, you know what I'm saying? The same thing that you're saying, where it's like, yo, giving people the raw and authentic version of myself, you know what I'm saying? And I think the one thing I do like about the project that's like different compared to some of my other projects is like being able to simplify the concepts for everybody to be able to listen to. You feel what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
And being able to like keep it in an aspect of where I'm being me, but at the same time like understanding like human nature. You know what I mean? And what gets people to remember shit.
Right.
What get people to like say shit over and over, studying the science of that. So back to like, you know what I'm saying, talking about being a student of the game, like that's the shit I started looking into, like looking into the science of it, looking into the science of human nature and what's getting people to like actually listen to this shit.
Right.
And when you look at it, you can see why the music that we have out, why it's popular when you think about it from a human nature standpoint.
Yeah,
like everybody.
We started this shit years ago when we all loved World Star. I was a part of the problem.
No, for
we
sure.
all was. You're right. This shit didn't just happen today or one day. It was and that's why if we did it, we can undo it. That's my logic of it. And it's easy to do it. All we gotta do is stop fucking with corny niggas like academics, niggas that wanna be like academics, niggas that wanna be like Adam 22.
What you got against academics?
I got something
Adam
against
22.
I got something against anybody whose whole objective is to instigate. I got a problem with anybody that does that. If you were just I'm an opinionated person. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Like, I can't get mad at you. I talk shit. I talk a lot. I may be too opinionated to some people. Who cares, though? But I'm not instigating shit, bro. I'm not causing harm. I'm not causing confusion within a community just to get clicks, just to get money. And I'm not running with rumors.
Yeah.
That's the one thing
There's
that...
a lot of goofy shit going on.
It's a lot of clown shit, bro. Like, we embrace dumb shit. Like, it's niggas getting... It's all type of shit going on right now in the world, right? But niggas be so anticipated, so obsessed with who Blueface and Krishan is fucking. I'll be like, bitch, nigga, your baby mom is like fucking other niggas, and you can't like. I be looking at shit.
Nigga, I just seen your baby mom in
you need to worry about your baby mom, nigga. She with your mans right now,
and you sharing this shit on
and you
Instagram.
sharing this, nigga. It's happening to you, stupid.
Yeah.
So that's why
Priorities.
I just say, it's priorities, and I feel like
Niggas gotta keep it P. Priorities.
Yeah, that too. I like that. Yeah, I like that. But no, bro, a lot of niggas don't, man.
Keep it P, priorities.
But I have a problem with anybody that's against that. So if you striving to be anybody like that, just know you are a Captain Ginyu fuck ass nigga to me. You know what I mean? There's no beef. I won't hurt you. I don't want to harm you. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, especially right now with where the culture is with these youngins now, we don't need to have them thinking that shit's cool. Yeah. They already don't know how to communicate. Yeah. These little niggas be shooting each other over some stupid shit. Nigga be like, oh, nigga, I don't like your braids. What? Nigga, like, what? Like, who wants to deal with that? Yeah. We come from an era where we had to fight. Yeah. Nigga say something about you, all right, we'll wait. We so smart with it, we'll wait. We ain't trying to get, the objective was not to get in trouble. Let's go to the bathroom. But you already know the pussy.
Wait, I'll wait at the school.
I'll wait at the school. And then
I'll catch you.
And this is how we identified who was the pussy nigga. What? You trying to fight? Teachers is all around. I'll be like, bro, shut the fuck up, man. Just walk off, man.
You gotta clear the scene now.
Just walk off, man.
That ain't made it hot.
That's what is right now. When these little niggas pick up their phone, there's no reason I should be knowing who's beefing with everybody, and I don't know none of these people, bro. Yeah.
Bro, the crazy thing that get me is like just how people snitch on themselves online. I'll
Did
be like,
you see
yo,
homie
that's
that
crazy.
did that shit here? I know we ain't gonna talk.
Nah.
Homie that, man, I ain't some shit across the river. I call that Gotham City. You know what I'm saying? Homie gets robbed in his car, gunpoint, you know what I'm saying? Basically stripped, humiliated. The guy that actually did this, right? He records this and posts this on his actual Facebook. He get caught for this shit a couple hours later, because what happened? Everybody shares it, right? Yeah. What's the first thing that his people say after he get caught?
What, free him?
That was the second thing. That was the second. First thing that's real. The first thing they say is, damn, the dude that did this snitched on him. I'm like, what the fuck? He put it on his own page? So that's like when you say that shit, I just be like, this is the era we live in, bro. We live in a weird era, and I feel like anybody that's giving that shit life is not a part of the culture. Don't say you part of the culture, because real culture, to me, is supposed to be something that's given life, given game, given real life, something that people can learn from and grow from. Yeah. You a fucked up program nigga if you say, oh, this is a part of the culture. It's not a part of the culture, bro. Like, when you say that shit, like, I understand the struggle was a part of the culture. Yeah. Way before. Right now, we are our own biggest enemy right now at this point. And if niggas don't see that, they don't want to see it.
You gotta see, bro, everybody following like the industry protocols, right? So
industry protocols.
So if people, you know what I'm saying, if people seeing their favorite artists getting into beef and it's heightening their career, niggas think that getting into beef and publicizing it is gonna heighten their career. When at the same time you gotta realize, like, bro, like them people are stars and they can move a little bit different. They can get out of their city and they can do different things. So
they're not
a lot
gonna
of
diss a
times
nigga and
just,
see him at Hickory Hunt 2
you know what I
days
mean?
later.
Like it's like a lot of that, a lot of like, you know what I'm saying, the dissing and stuff that really just kind of like incorporates into like the beef, and people just spread it on Instagram and trying to like spread light to it, when at the same time, like,
That's why even now I'm about to interview some cameramen. I'm about to ask them, like, do y'all feel like y'all play a part if you like doing like dead ass? I'm being legit with them. Like, at what point? Because like it's not about, I'm not trying to morally blame them. I'm just asking them, if something was to happen to you because of that, would you feel like you didn't have that wasn't warranted? That's just how my logic is. Like, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying, if you do that and somebody gets mad at you for doing that, would you understand them being mad, or would you be like, why they do that to me?
That ain't my line of business.
Yeah, bro, cause woo, I'd be so confused looking at certain camera. I'm like, yo, he shot his video, but he's dissing him.
I'm
but
not
he's
gonna
dissing.
sit behind the camera and have people point guns at me though. I ain't doing that.
Niggas be having
they're off drugs and shit.
And like,
I ain't
it's
doing
fucked
that.
up because I'm like getting new to the cameras and shit. You know what I mean? I got like 2 cameras, but like, nigga, I don't want no nigga poking the gun at the joint. Like, bro, what the fuck? This ain't Jerry Springer, nigga. Like, hey, wow, man. But nah, man, this was a dope pull-up, man. You know what I mean?
Nah,
my boy pulled up, man,
you
for
already
real,
know,
man. We go back, like, you know what I mean? For real. Like, we go back, for real, bro. We used to catch the bus, nigga, leaving basketball practice at Highland. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? The city bus.
Shit.
Real shit, for real. So,
All
I mean,
that.
I appreciate you, man. Make sure y'all go cop that Road Runner, man. That shit is fucking fire. You know what I mean? I told you, the Coming Home freestyle is my favorite track on there.
Yeah.
This nigga was talking that shit on there. And
make sure y'all go stream that, go
Yeah.
download it, go buy it. It's out on all platforms, no matter what platform you use. Go stream it, go get it. The Road Runner EP, man. Follow me on Instagram, all social medias at Khaliq.